Welcome back to Etheria Restart. Today on the account, we are pulling 1,000 Apex prototypes. Now, if you recall, just a few days ago, we pulled 1,000 Animus prototypes on the account, and we got insanely lucky. If you missed that video, go check it out on the channel. I'll also be linking it down below. But today we want to really target these light and dark Animus inside of the game and see what we can get. Now, we already know that we're guaranteed approximately 12 Animus, but really we want to put the science to the test. We want to see exactly what we're going to get from these 1,000 pulls. Now, a few things I got to say ahead of time. We're currently on the developer's build before the launch of the game, which means a few things that we'll get into as we discuss this throughout our polls. And on top of that, this video has been sponsored by Etheria Restart. And if you want to get pre-registered for the game to get those additional 10 polls, download the game and pre-register for it right now with this QR code or the link in the description. It will give you the hookup on day one. I have Hermes with me here today, and we're going to be going through all of these polls. Hermes, you ready to roll, brother?
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm hoping we get the same kind of luck we got in that last one because I just want to get hyped again, just maybe see another triple.
Yeah, man. Without giving it all away, guys, we had the most insane luck in the previous video. It's one you'll definitely want to check out if you enjoy this one. I'm ready to start pulling. Are you ready to start pulling as well?
Oh yeah, let's get right into it.
All right, we're going to do 10 pulls at a time, which means we have 110 pulls, and we can see right off the bat if there's going to be anything that we get that's going to be, well, an SSR, and if it's going to be a light and dark. We're going to also give you a complete tally at the end of the video so you can see everything that we got, how many dupes we got out of everything, and really how lucky we were. Now, since this is a developer's build, it's really just for testing. And this is a great way for you to see what your odds may look like if you decide to summon a bunch of Animus yourself on your account. All right, so far we have 0 SSRs coming in, Hermes. I think we started a little bit slow in our last pull video, though, too. Am I right there? I don't recall.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing to think about, like, right, is that it ebbs and flows. And honestly, for me, like, it might start a little slow, but I think it's, you're just always gonna have dry patches. I think it was a comment on the last one we did, which again, we're gonna keep saying, go check that one out too. It's just great, like the adrenaline rush of all the pulls.
Heck yeah.
But someone had mentioned like there being a soft pity as well. So that's something to keep in mind as first people are pulling is like you're more than likely, hopefully, gonna get into that pity. So like look right now. We hit the soft pity, and so now we're going right in.
Yep, soft pity is 50, by the way, and then it increases your odds slowly as time goes on. Who's going to be the Animus we unlock?
Ooh, Messiah first.
What a great way to start. What a great way. All right, so we've gotten 1 SSR. Keep in mind, we're guaranteed 12 and a half SSR Animus here. My guess, though, Hermes, I'm going to ask you for yours as well. I'm guessing that we're going to unlock 20 SSRs in this video. How do you sit? Are you at that number, below or above?
Honestly, I think we're gonna be a few below. I think we're gonna only hit like 16 or 17.
Okay.
And I think that's partially because just like how it goes, like you can't get that lucky all the time, right? Like, and that's just kind of my thinking.
Well, I'm taking tally of our guesses right here. We're gonna see who's right and who is wrong by the end of this video. Again, we're gonna give you all the stats, and the purpose of this is not to tell all of you, go spend hundreds of dollars so you can get your polls in. The purpose is for you to see what the odds actually look like. We know that if you were to purchase 1,000 of these, you're guaranteed 12 Animus, but really, and at the same time, that's really all you can expect from it. By the way, if you like this kind of video and you want to be up to date on everything relating to Etheria Restart, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hermes and I are going to have you locked every single day. All right, so we've gotten 1 to start, and this is going to be our 10th 10 pull right here. Let's see if we can pull one in right now. We don't. All right, so we're 10 in already, man.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about, is that we're gonna use all that luck in that first set, and now the second set when we're actually on like the big boys, we're not gonna get it.
Oh, now we got another one right here.
Go.
Let's see what we pull in this time around.
Okay.
All right, and
Ooh,
a Doki
Doki.
Doki, a Doki Doki. So, what are we actually able to get out of these right here? Can we get regular SSRs as well, or with these pulls that we're currently pulling from, are they only light and dark?
They're only those light and dark units,
Right,
which I think is
exactly.
really nice. They're just a lot more rare. Like when you
Mhm.
when you get them in the game, there's just so much more uncommon.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get a lot less of the prototypes to pull these as well. So your opportunities are going to be a lot less than if you were to be getting the normal prototypes. Basically, in the last video, we were doing our what were we doing? The permanent summon? Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
we were
doing
doing
the
the permanent
permanent
summon.
summon, and we got a lot of light and darks in that one, spoiler alert. But now today we're focusing just on the light and dark. Let's go into another pull. Again, we're going to be doing 100 pulls inside of this video and see how many we can actually grab. So far, it's a slower start than I wanted, and it's leaning towards your guess being better than mine, Hermes, but you never know. We're going to get like 3 in 1 pull or something crazy.
That would be pretty awesome.
That would
No,
be
I
awesome.
think this is, but I think this is also like where like the just like this is where like that gotcha element comes in, right? You
Mhm.
have that like crazy hot streak, and then you just go into this super dry spell, and so it just ebbs and flows, right? It's just how the game goes.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that's what this is all about. Like that's what this genre is like. You're gonna get that video where like, oh my god, or when you get that pull session where you're like, oh my god, I pulled so many. Like I have the best luck. I want to do more because it's exciting, right? It's a lot of fun when you get those crazy pulls.
Oh
And
yeah,
then the next time around, maybe we just get 12 in this video, and we just get that pity.
that
Never
would
know.
be kind of crazy. Considering again the last one, oh, we only get 12 this time, but sometimes like you're saying, like, it goes like that sometimes, and it probably gives people a little more of a realistic expectation on it. Oh, here we go,
Yep.
come on.
But keep in mind, these are also the light and dark, which are more rare inside of the game as well. See what we get this time around. All right,
Another
another
Doki.
Doki Doki. Well, let's also talk about. So we're at 3 right now. Let's also talk about. There's only 5 light and dark animus as of right now because we are just a few days before the game launches. But on launch of the game, there is going to be a new light and dark unit. So there's actually going to be 6 for pulls, which will impact the pull ratio when we're pulling 1,000 now because there's only 5 SSRs that we can grab, where at launch there's actually going to be 6. All right, so that's also
Yeah,
worth noting as well.
yeah, getting that Mia coming in.
Yeah.
I think that'll be interesting. I'm hoping she's good. Like looking at her kit, she kind of looks like a combination of a few of like the SRs that already exist in the game. So I'm really hoping that when that she comes out, it's like, oh my gosh, like she is super, super good in like these very specific content because it looks like she's just kind of like a couple of the SRs put
Hmm.
together, and it's like roles that you can fill, like I'm saying, with SRs. And so I'm hoping that she has a lot more viability in that like mid game that we're kind of going to get to pretty quickly that you don't see because I think she'll then be because she's just not as fun as pulling like for example a Lily, which is just a crazy pull. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Maybe we'll get that Lily right now.
Who knows? Let's see.
Oh,
Shadow Sanya.
China Sonya. Okay.
Yeah, she's good looking. We haven't pulled her before. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 4. We're sitting at 4 with 1 set of dupes on Doki. Obviously, there are going to be a ton of dupes with only 5 animus, which is cool.
Yeah.
But
You
this
know what's
just
crazy though?
what's that?
We're a quarter of the way through and we've only got 4 so far. So we are literally right on track for that minimum
Yeah.
guaranteed 12.
Oh, here's another one right here. So we just
Oh,
boosted our
here we
odds a little
go. Here
bit.
we go.
We're messing with the odds. What do we got? Looks like we got ourselves another
Another.
Sanya.
All right.
All right, so we're up to 5 right here. 2 sets. The dupes are not going to be as relevant inside of this video as it was in our last video, just because the last video had so many animus that they were possible for us to get. Where here there's only 5, but still, it's going to be worth noting what we get, and it's going to be interesting to see. But also, this just in. I mean, you're saying that you don't think Maya is going to be as OP as many people are potentially thinking.
Yeah, I think there just seems like again, like looking at your options for light and dark units, she just doesn't seem to be as strong as the other ones.
Hmm.
And so because she's not as strong, it's like I think she'll be good no matter what. She just kind of seems like in comparison, she'll just kind of be not as much, again, not as good of a pull to get, and not as a hype of a pull as, for example, a Lily or a Messiah, something like that.
Well, it makes sense, right? Like if you could fill her roles, maybe if you could do it with two Animus, fill her primary role, at least you can get those things done. I see the value in having her, even if she's just doing what SRs can do, but multiple SRs, you can get multiple different things from one unit where there's a lot of value. But it does make sense what you're saying. But really, the only thing that's going to come and we're going to be able to see is time, right? Time will tell. Here comes another one right here. Being able to test it out, see what it actually plays like, because she hasn't even been available for us in the test build either. So that's also worth noting. Look at this.
Another Sonya.
Third Sonya in a row. All right. Now, also, I mentioned that this was the test server. This is not a server that we get to play on with like a real account against real people. This is all just for testing so that we as content creators can come through, bring you informative videos, and test out different units. So don't think that we're going to be meeting up in arena with me on this account. Unfortunately, I won't have that. I'll have my own that we have to build up on ourselves. All right.
I know that would be pretty awesome though to have.
I'll tell you, man.
Super juiced account.
I've gotten like dev builds for different games over my years on YouTube, and it's sometimes difficult. Like you get a maxed out dev account, and then you have to go back to your account that you have to then grind. You know, it's just all on a test server though. It's not in the real world in any sense. It's like a dream account. And we did nearly 400 polls so far, and
just dry in comparison. I mean, we were spoiled in our last session.
I was. I mean, so spoiled that I guess that we're going to be getting close to 20 here, but I'm getting a purple light every single time and just clicking through this thing, man. This also though may tell us what are the better polls to do? Is it going to be these Apex ones or the normal Animus polls, prototype polls?
I know, but here we go. We got another one.
Here we
go.
do.
Come on.
All right.
Ooh, Heinrich. Okay.
It's another, again, we spoke about in the previous video, really cool looking artwork. This is like a variation of the angel and the demon over the shoulder, the light and the dark. I just really like how that looks.
Yeah, and he's also another really good one to have. I mean, again, if you pull any of these lighter dark units early on, they're going to be awesome for you. But I think he's one that you can kind of use early game, but then it's still super viable in the late game. Like to on like the level of like Lily, where like the two of them are really, really strong for their usability in the game. And then of course Messiah is just a very good damage dealer as well.
So I got a question that we haven't discussed, and that is like comparing these light and dark Animus to other games where you have like legendary and then the mythical version of champions, or in this case Animus. Would you say that these light and dark units are as powerful as, say, a mythical champion in one of the other games? And by the way, we have another one coming in right now.
Come on, let's see. We see that Lily. Oh, another Heinrich. Okay.
They like doubling up. We got Messiah, Doki 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 Doki, Sonya. Now Heinrich. So it seems like these dupes are. Oh, there's the Lily.
Oh, there we go.
That's the double pull I was talking about right there, bro. That's the double.
There we go.
Oh my God.
About heating up now.
You know what? And when the doubles come, you know your boy's got to take that screenshot because that is actually insane.
Of course.
Two light and darks, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. All right, so what are we up to right now? Well, actually, wait a second. We have. Yeah, actually, let's get a count right now. We have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Animus, and well, if we sum it, we're basically halfway through right now.
Right.
So
we could hit soft pity and hopefully get to 10, which at halfway, which would then put you right on track for your total. If we were able to hit right at soft pity,
which we just didn't.
You know.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We
got 4 more. Yeah,
we have 4 more, right? So if in the next 4 we pull another one, then we're on track for the 20. If not, if not, we're actually on track for more like 18 if we keep the same odds along the way.
And I just split where our guess is down the middle.
Yeah, we'll see. Anything can happen. There's no hard numbers here. That was a great last pull though. Heinrich and Lily in one.
I know. It'd be crazy because something like that on launch would just totally skyrocket an account.
Oh my god, yeah. That's like your dream day one. All right, we did not hit it on we're right halfway point right now. We've done
Yep.
500 polls, 500 more to go. See,
I mean, but we're
9,500.
only a couple double pulls away from like getting closer to your total and what you're looking for. So
A,
and there it is.
a
Come
couple of
on
double
now.
polls, you say? A couple of double, like it's something that we
Yeah, no
always get,
biggie,
right?
no biggie.
There's another Heinrich for you. See, now I'm holding my breath. After that first one comes, is another one gonna
I
drop as
know,
well?
I know. It's like come on now. Just give us like
Yeah,
one or
one
two
more,
more.
one more. We'll see. Yeah, and
Yeah, but
just and
back to
for
your question, right?
what's that?
Oh, but just back to your question, what you were saying, like when it comes to like the power level,
Mm-hmm.
do you think so I think what's interesting is for example, like my background is, Raid Shadow Legends. And so comparing it, I think, to mythical champions, I think like for example in that game, I think those are kind of a class above these. I think
Okay.
that these are like the middle tier, but it's also because like thinking about it, that this game is on launch still, right? Like this is off of launch. You don't want to have these just insane champions that are like gonna have the viability. Because like again, Raid, for example, is like 6 years old, and so that's going to have a lot of very power crept champions in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this game is just on launch. I think it's a very well balanced, I think, in general. Oh, and here we go. Another goal, right as I'm getting into my point.
I know we can't get to this question, man. What do we got right here?
Here we
Another
go.
Messiah.
Ooh,
That's the one. If
Messiah.
if you're getting dupes, that's the one you want to get dupes on right there. Messiah.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the banner for a reason, right?
I
Just
love
that
him.
crazy big damage dealer.
Okay, back to your question. Maybe you'll be able to finish it in time.
I know, we'll see. But just I think that it's so balanced, and I think it's so clean that it's like if you get one of those lighter dark units, it makes the gaming experience so much easier. But
Yeah.
it's not like I need to pull it. Oh, of course, here we go. We got one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got another Heinrich.
Oh, another Heinrich. But it's not necessary, right? Like, and that's the thing to think about, right? Is that these Apex pulls are all light and dark units, which is awesome, but they're also so much more expensive to get. Or they cost 3 times as many Hydra crystals, and so it's just going to be a much harder experience actually trying to get these unless
Hmm.
you get lucky on the regular anima prototypes. And so I think it's an awesome thing to get. It supercharges your account, but it's not a necessity to get through all the content, which I think is really smart by these devs to do this early on.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate you breaking it down a little bit because I was exactly thinking about what you brought up. Raid Shadow Legends and those mythicals, but those mythicals weren't brought into the game until years after the game had launched. It was Legendary Champions being the top tier for a long time, right?
Yep. Oh, another one. Here
Here
we
we
go. Come
go.
on. Gotta hit a hot streak.
We do need a hot streak.
I'm saying that ebb and flow. A Messiah.
Another Messiah right there. All right. Let's see where we are in our polls. We have 360 more polls to go.
And we're at 13
We're at
so
13.
far.
Okay.
So we've already hit over. So we've hit over pity.
We are hitting over.
We've over delivered, and I think we're guaranteed to hit like that 15, 16 mark, like right where I thought we were gonna be. So
Okay.
hopefully, we can boost it up a little bit, get up to your pull range.
So we're guaranteed to hit your guess, just with pity and all of that. But with any luck, maybe we'll get a little bit closer. And transparently, we want to see the best pull odds possible, right? Because when this game
Oh, of
launches,
course.
we're going to be getting these pulls too. So we want to make sure we want the most generous pull odds possible from this game. And so far, from what we've seen, it's pretty darn good. Like we said, either way, we're over pity already.
Yeah. And even if, and I think that's what's the problem, right? When people compare like our last full session to this one, they might think, oh man, like these ones just have such and of course, here we go again.
As we talk about it every time. All right, at Doki
Ooh.
Doki.
It's been a while since we've seen her.
Yeah, since the start, we got 2 in a row, and then that was she was quiet for a while.
Yeah.
30 more
But
pulls.
but just people just need to remember that like it is like these pull rates that we got in that first one were just nutty. Like I just could not believe what we got in that one. And I think both of us, even after that, were like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah, it
And
was.
so like this is still great. It's just not at that same level. But I just don't want people to go into it thinking, man, I'm just gonna pull this insane number right out the gates if I just pull this many I'm going to get this many pulls in return. Like, don't think that way, but also don't get discouraged and go, well, I didn't get the pull I wanted, so I'm just going to quit the game now. Like, you can
No.
do so much in the game without getting the exact pull you want off of the start.
Yeah, these are not vanity videos. We're not doing it just to say you can get the best pulls. We're doing it to actually see what pulls really look like. And here's another light and dark right here. Another Hendrick for the account. So we're getting up there, man. We're getting up there. I mean, we're talking about this video, like so far, it still hasn't hit the crazy mark like the last video did, kind of teasing it for everyone. We still haven't, and we will not give you the number of pulls that we actually got that were SSRs in that video, but we're still looking great right here. Like, we're still over pity, which is exactly what you want to see. We're getting some luck,
Yep.
and again, all light and dark units.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. And I'm actually excited on launch to see kind of what you can pull in on your account since you did spend that money. You get that rebate to see what kind of offers they'll have on maybe some Apex prototypes. Maybe you can purchase a couple of those with that rebate you got, and then we can kind of see if we can push that luck a little bit on your account just to see what you can get, and then obviously what I can get as well on mine.
Yeah, great point. And what he's talking about, if you're not familiar, during the beta, if we spent $100 inside of the game, when the game launches, which is happening in just a day or two, we get double that back. So I spent $100 in the game just so I would have 200 to spend inside of the game when it officially launched. So I'm going to have that money to spend, and, you know, maybe we'll get some lucky pulls. With that said, we have 200 more Animus to pull, which means I'm going to hit this summon button 20 more times. And so far, what are we sitting with here? 1, 2, 3.
15.
15. All right, so I think we're going to get to my 20, but let's...
Yeah, we believe.
I do
We
believe
should
we're
get
going to get to
one
the
every
20.
20 pulls? One every 20 pulls, right?
Is that what we've had so far?
Well, no, that's what we'd need, right? Because we'd need, or is it more or less than that?
We only-
Maybe my math isn't doing well.
We need 5 more, and we have 20 pulls.
Oh, he says one every 40.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we grab.
Yes,
Here's one right
should-
here. Let's start it off
here
right
we go.
now.
Here we go.
So we just
Started off hot.
Why wait, right? Right here, we got another Doki Doki in the house.
Another.
I'm wondering which is going to be... Notice that Lily is the least... We've only gotten one Lily so far. I wonder if she's going to
so
be
weird.
just like some weird odds on her where it's hard to get more of her. With that said, we have another one coming in right now.
Another one. Here we go.
Is it a Lily?
It's gonna be. Come on.
No, it's another Messiah. All right. I'm
I will say
liking what
that
we're
is
seeing.
funny. I will say that is funny with this pull session is that obviously since there's only 5 of them you can pull, we're like very used to like the outline and the silhouette. So like before we even get it, we're like, oh, okay, it's this Animus. We already know who it is.
Yeah, we've seen this a few times in the video. Yep, that's funny. You're right. Where in the previous video, there's like 55 that we could get, right?
And it's like, what are we gonna get? Are we gonna get something cool?
Yeah, we don't even know. All right, so we got 2 in a row right there. So that was, or 2 very close to one another. So now,
Yeah.
we could have a bit of a dry spell here. Because that could have been like a pity and a good odds hitting at the same time. We're not keeping track of pity with every single pull that we do right here. But still, on the right track.
And that is something interesting to think about as well, is that what I love about this game is it does have an in-game pity counter for you. So you can kind of count ahead and see where you are. And as we get another one, maybe another Lily, we'll just get 2 Lilies. Is that too much to ask?
Oh, yes.
There we
Yes,
go.
good call, bro. Good call. All right, so I'm going to actually show what you're talking about right here. Because I think it's a pretty good feature. Right here, when you look at probabilities, it gives you the drop rate details, the rules, and it also gives you your summon record. So this is really cool because you could just go back and you could figure out what did you get and, you know, what were the odds of everything that you got and where are you at with the pity. So that is not inside of all games, and it's really cool that it's inside of this one. With that said, I'm going to do another 10 pull right here, and then I want to get a count on what we've gotten so far with only 10 more pulls to go. I want to see, and I also secretly want to win our little bet here too. I mean, I'm a competitive guy, so I want to get to 20 and beat you on your 16 guess. So what are we at? What are you at so far, Hermes?
We're at 18.
Okay.
We're right in the middle of our 2.
So if we get nothing more, we are still 6 above pity, and we are directly in the center of Hermes' guess of 16 and mine of 20. Let's see who's going to win, or if I see how I made this
I
into a
know.
competition right here. Oh,
Oh no!
I'm calling that an instant win for me. Just saying, because
It
it's going to
is.
be
No, it
closer
is
to my number.
because of the way Pity's gonna go. Because
Oh,
of the
you're
way
right.
Pity is, you're
Yeah.
guaranteed to win.
Another
Oh,
Lily now.
another
Now she's
Lily.
going to get hot. Now she's going to get hot.
Oh no!
This pull session
Oh.
just suddenly got a little bit more hype, man. It suddenly got a little bit more exciting. Yeah, you're right.
It tricked me at the beginning. I was like, oh no, it's not gonna hit. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here eating my words.
Yeah, and you,
Oh.
like you said, with Pity, we should at least get one more, which will bring us to 20, which is going to be 8 above, actually 7.5 above Pity. So, man.
He's just incredible. I mean, just to think, like, there are some games that you can only count on hitting Pity every single time. And in this game, for me at least, between the pulls I did on my account plus the pulls we've done in our 2 pull sessions,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. I can look forward and not go, okay, I'm just gonna pull until I get to Pity. I can look forward and be excited that, okay, I am gonna pull something good, not on Pity, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. No, I agree. And we're getting low right now. I'm just saying. We only have 3
Yeah, we're
more
getting
10
close.
pulls. 3 more 10
Nail
pulls.
biter.
And then if we hit one, it means if we hit Pit, and here it is. It's right here. Which we could assume that this is hitting Pity right here. That's what we could assume.
Yeah.
And is it going to be another? Nope, it's a Hendrick this time
Heinrich.
around. A Heinrich, sorry, I called him Hendrick. Sorry. So that's 20 right now. That's 20.
That's 20.
While I do my last few pulls, let's get a count of how many dupes we got of each, just so that I can we can get a good look at that. All right, so we have 2 more pulls. We're at 20 so far. We were pulling 1,000 in total, so we've pulled 980 so far. Let's get another 10 pull. Let's see if that was Pity, and if we get any luck right now. No luck on this one, which is fine. And our final 10 pull right here. What's it going to be? And it is not. We landed right on my guess. We landed right on.
And that was
20.
early. That was an early guess too.
It was right as we were starting guess, man. Yeah. All right. So, do you have some numbers for us? So we pulled in. I'll give the basic numbers. All right. We started out and we were doing 1,000 pulls. We were only pulling the Apex prototypes, and my initial guess was 20. Hermes was 16. The Pity guarantee was 12.5. So we'll just say 12 because you can't get a half of a unit. Right?
Right.
We could only get light and dark, which means there were only 5 units we were able to get ourselves pulls with. Remember, on launch is going to be 6, so the odds will be different and the dupes will be different. Now, Hermes, can you bring us through actually the number of dupes that we got of each? Like, who did we get the most of? Who did we get the least of, and all those numbers?
Do you have a specific order you want that to go in? Do you want us to go like who we pulled the most and go down to the least, or does not really matter?
Yeah, because we're gonna look at the least pulled as the most scarce, the most valuable, right? Because it's the one that we pulled the least inside of the video. 1,000. That's a lot of pulls, man. It's gonna take people a lot of time to pull 1,000 Apex prototypes.
Exactly. So the ones that we got the least of it actually was a tie. So Lily, we only got 3 Lily, and I'm really, really hoping that one of us can pull Lily on our accounts.
Oh yeah.
But we only got 3 Lilies, but she came right at the end, right? We had her right at the very end. We had that back to back on her.
Double up, yep.
And then the one tied with her was actually Shadow Sonya, who we had 3 right at the beginning, all back to back to back.
You're right.
At the very beginning.
Yeah, she was the green champion, or the green animus, right? Who we haven't seen before at all. Okay, so those were the 2 most rare. It was the Lily and the Shadow Sonya. Who was next?
And then right in the middle, another tie, we had Doki Doki, which we had 4 of, which again, we pulled her a little bit at the beginning, and then she was sprinkled right at that end again, which is kind of funny to think about, is that she was right in the beginning and then right at the end.
Okay, so we have tie for the most popular, tie for in the middle, tie for the most rare, tie for who was in the middle, which leaves us with only one other one who was?
Well, hold on. It was Messiah was the one that Doki Doki was tied with for that middle position.
Oh, okay. We didn't even.
Messiah was all throughout.
I love
just sprinkled in.
I think there's so much value in a Messiah and a Doki Doki as well. I love both of those. Okay, so that leaves us with only one.
which is Heinrich, which had a whopping six. We pulled six Heinrich today.
So, okay. So I now again, it doesn't mean I don't think that there's any more rarity between any of these for getting pulled, which means I don't think that they say, okay, we're going to make it the odds less for people to pull a Lily than to pull a Heinrich. I just think it's just how it happened today. Honestly, if we did 10 more of these 1,000 pulls, we can then do some even deeper math, but that's stuff that people won't even see on the accounts, maybe ever pulling that many of these Apex prototypes. But at the end of the day, we pulled 1,000 Apex prototypes and we got 20 light and dark SSRs, which is a huge win in my opinion. I think this went well, man. Are you? I mean, we were 8 above pity, so that means we got our pity and then we got lucky 8 different times throughout these pulls.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just awesome. I mean it's a great feeling as well, right? Like that's what you want. You want to feel that I'm getting extra pulls, and I'm not honestly not getting like screwed over by the game of I'm
Yeah,
only getting that basic, right? Because you don't want it to be like I'm pulling an SSR every single pull because then the pulls just don't have any value to you.
right.
But you don't want them to be I'm only getting one every like 80 pulls because then it just becomes it's like you've got to save them up for specific occasions instead of being like, oh, let me pull and try to get lucky on this one special occasion.
Yeah, man, I completely agree. You want to know that you're going to have a safety net, but you want to get lucky in between those safety nets as well. Well, man, I appreciate you coming back, doing these polls with me. I always enjoy having you on the channel, no matter what kind of video we're doing. Remember, guys, Hermes is here in almost every single video on the channel. We put out videos almost every single day, from guides to poll sessions like this to even the news as that drops. Remember, guys, if you want to get pre-registered to get those 10 additional polls, make sure you scan this QR code or use my link in the description, whether you've gotten the game that had dropped on the 5th or if you're early to that, it will work either way. And again, we need to thank Etheria Restart for sponsoring the video. Thanks for watching till the end, and let us know, are you surprised with how good the polls were inside of the video, or are you a bit disappointed? We'll be looking in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.